Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate your pity. Can you all see me okay behind this mic stand? Good, good. All right. Trying to lose weight. My doctor keeps telling me, you got to change the way you eat. So now I'm holding my fork in my left hand. And no more straws in the milkshakes. I've totally changed that. Also, I only eat during the week. Thanks. A friend of mine told me that he had luck using these diet pills, you know. He said these diet pills make it so that you don't feel hungry. I'm like, dude, I haven't felt hunger since 1972. How are these pills supposed to help me? It seems like all my life, my guy friends have been looking for a piece of ass. And I've always been willing to settle for a piece of pie. Not going to lie, I'm feeling a little emotional. And the emotion I've selected for today is indifference. I see you feel the same way, ma'am. Let's see what else is new. Bought a new Walkman from the record store. Been enjoying the new REO Speedwagon album. This isn't my newest material, by the way. But I am a major music fanatic. I've been recording my own songs for about 10 years now and having a bit of success annoying my friends and neighbors. I do play a little guitar. It's called a ukulele. It's about this big. And I know it's silly, but I've always had kind of a crush on, who's that girl from the Jacksons? Kate. She was my favorite angel. I love movies. I'm a little bit of a cinephile. I recently saw the 1981 Wolfgang Petersen film Das Boot. Turns out it's not about a boot at all, but a World War II submarine filled with terrified Nazis. What a fucking ripoff. Names are funny. Hey, when they named the breakfast cereal Life, weren't they the least bit concerned that it was already a board game? Right? So yeah, I live in LA, and here's a little piece of advice for those of you who live here. If you simply walk down the street with a handheld power drill in the on position, nobody will ask you for spare change. Think about it. They just really don't want your quarter. I live near Beverly Hills, home of some of the priciest restaurants in the free world. My favorite is Spago. It's too expensive for me to eat there on my salary, but I got somebody a $25 gift certificate for Spago. And that's roughly like getting somebody a replacement windshield wiper for their Maserati. That's the truth. Let's see. I think I'm a pretty normal guy. Although recently I was labeled a misogynist by this fucking piece of trash whore my brother dates. A miserable female slut. I come from a pretty normal family. Dad was an insurance salesman. Mom was a mother, I guess. When I was about 10 years old, Dad sat me down and we had the discussion. I think you know what I'm talking about. He explained all about business overhead expense liability insurance and the optional disability and dismemberment clause. The weird thing is I signed up for a 2-year policy. So, I'm a liberal, and I'm tired of people comparing Obama to Hitler, especially since the only similarity is that funny little mustache. I was an English major. I've worked as a writer and as a copy editor, so English fascinates me. Have you ever noticed that the addition of a single word can make something that sounds nice into something that sounds not so nice? For example, thanks for the tip transforms into thanks for the tip, fuckwad. Why do we say he robbed me blind? Is the implication supposed to be that the guy robbed me of my very sight? Like, he literally stole the eyes out of my sockets? Yeah, seems a little implausible to me. If you couldn't see, how would you even know he took all your shit? I've been accused of being a bit pedantic, which is kind of annoying because I had to look up that word. And then it turned out to be true. What else? I hate it when people say, "Can I ask you a question?" Why bother saying that? That is a question. You're asking me permission to do something you just did. You do realize questions are not crazy enough to require permission, right? If you want to borrow my lawnmower or my collection of vintage porn from the 1930s, yes, I would prefer that you ask my permission. But to ask if you can ask, I'm sorry, but that's retarded. Just ask the fucking question, you spineless fuck. Another one I hate is the word dually. No, not the car. Not the vehicle. I'm talking about when people say duly noted. Does the word duly ever modify anything other than noted? That's like the only time duly ever gets used. It's like a tampon. One usage only. So English has its many peculiarities, but one that has always fascinated me is how the phrase "get ready" has been rendered so meaningless. I was watching a commercial the other day and it said, "Get ready for the comedy event of the summer." Now, basically what the studio is saying is, a new Adam Sandler movie is opening soon. What a lame attempt to get me psyched. I mean, how should one get ready for something like this? Get showered, get dressed, make sure I have $75 to buy popcorn and soda. Is there some other way I should be preparing myself for Adam Sandler other than finding a gas mask to wear during the screening? I don't mind doing favors for people, but what I do mind is when people start a conversation with, "I was wondering if you could proofread my letter." It's ridiculous how wondering has become the main ingredient of asking for help. "Say, Brett, you know what happened to me? I was sitting in my recliner staring into space, and a little thought entered my mind, and lo and behold, I started wondering. Wondering if maybe you would help me proofread this letter I'm in the process of writing." How about, "Would you proofread this?" Why does the subject have to be about you wondering something and then reporting it? Who cares? Cut to the chase. Don't bother me with your daydreams. So, an acquaintance of mine died recently. It was sad. He was really a friend of a friend, and he was a good guy. He never raped any teenagers, as far as I know, but the strangest thing happened afterwards. There was this immediate urge to fulfill any desires the dead guy had during his life. Did he want to be cremated? Would he have wanted certain people to attend the funeral? Did he want a funeral at all? And this game of retroactive wish fulfillment just fascinated me. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? He's dead. It no longer makes any difference to him. He has ceased to live, therefore he has ceased to care. If he's that concerned about it, let him get up out of his grave and make his case. Right now, worms are devouring his flesh. I would think he has bigger problems. You know, you don't have to technically do anything for a dead guy. He'll never know. Bury him in a glad bag. throw a big party and invite all his enemies. There's no repercussions. Although when I die, I want a big funeral with leopards. That's all I got. Thank you very much. You're a terrific crowd. Thank you.